I believe you're an advocate on organic wines. What really drives you into organic wines then?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and that's something that many people have asked us because they do notice that our portfolio is primarily organic or biodynamic or natural, whichever term one might prefer. And the main reason for doing that is that we make it a point to visit all our winemakers in person as often as possible. And when you do that, you get to see the vineyards, you get to see the farming practice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that we're looking for someone who's organic, but rather we realize that subconsciously or otherwise we end up actually importing their wines because they tend to be easier people to work with. They are concerned about the environment, about what they're leaving behind for their children.
Sure.
And that's I think that's for us, that's a big factor. The other way of thinking about it for us is that if someone's going to go to a trouble of farming organically, which is more difficult than farming conventionally, then they are less likely to take shortcuts or to try and do the easiest thing possible in the cellar as well. So even though organic certification doesn't cover what goes on in the winery itself, these are conscientious, hardworking, honest wine. We call them wine growers, and as a result, find that their wines actually tend to be better. I'm not saying that's true for all organic wines. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's not true. But for the ones we've picked, it comes as a complete package. So they farm organically, they work hard in the cellar, and they're actually good people to deal with, not just on the business, but also on the personal level.
I mean, there are some wine enthusiasts that keeps asking these questions. Are organic wines or biodynamic wines ageable? Your views?
Yeah, so with the technical point out of the way that organic and biodynamic certification only covers what goes on in the vineyard during the farming process, I would say that logically it shouldn't have an impact on the ageability or the age-worthiness of a wine or not. If the wine is well made, then the wines are equally as ageable. Where I would sound a note of caution is the more recent fashion for natural wines or low sulfur wines.
Yeah.
And with those wines, because sulfur does act as a preservative, and it does help to keep the wines fresh. So with some of those wines, one has to be more careful about the aging curve on them. And I think more importantly, one has to be very careful about the temperature at which they are handled, transported, and stored.
Storage is a key issue.
Precisely,
here.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if the storage is not optimal, then whether there's microbial activity or whether there's a quicker aging of the wines, because it's a bit too hot, then that could be a real issue with some of the lower sulfur wines that we import as well.